So welcome back guys. This is a very important section of adding quizzes to your articulate story project because this builds in user engagement. So let's do this right from scratch. Just like any other project, you will open this from the software like this, and then like this is basically a story view which opens up. I will name this as a quiz new. Say I name this, and then I give the scene also a name and I write quiz articulate. Okay, I click on the first slide and this brings to me the slide view. Now I want to show to you like the different type of questions that you can put in your quiz. So there are two ways to do this. You can click on slide and then you can go to graded question, or you can go to home, and from here in new slide you can see there's the option of graded question. Either way you can go and then you can see the different types of graded questions that come in. So there's a true false type of graded questions, there's a multiple choice type of graded question, multiple response type of graded question. Then there is like, drag and drop type of questions. So look at all this like very shortly. So let's begin today right with the true and false graded questions. So let me go ahead and insert this slide, and you will see that this slide has now been inserted. So I'll just remove the first slide. I will just knock it off. Yeah. So here, like you can see, these are like something that has already come. So anytime you put in a question, you will see that there are two types of view. One is the form view, which you get, and one is the slide view, something that's presented on the slide. So this gets built in automatically. And let me say I write here, Kohli is the captain of Indian cricket team. So I'll like write this and then like I have to select the answer. So whichever radio button is selected to, that is treated as a default answer. So since this is true, I won't be selecting it to false. I will be selecting it to true. Now, like if you see right at the top, we have basically the question options. So the feedback can be given by like question, or it can be given by answers, but in the true or false type, it is just by question. So you basically give the feedback to the whole question. So like if the user has answered right, you can go ahead and put in the default text that you see here, or maybe you give an incorrect some feedback if in case he or she has selected false. Again, the scoring that you see here, like it's all editable. So we are giving only positive scoring here. So in case the user selects this and gets the correct answer, that's the selects the answer A, then he gets 10 points. Now say for example, like you want user to keep attempting this until he gets it right or something like that, or maybe fix a few attempts. So all that is possible from here. So maybe I give it 4 attempts. Then like, so that was like the attempt part. Now, why is this so important? Because on the slide view, if you see, all this is managed using layers. And if I actually select it to just one, I don't get the try again because we are restricting user to just the one attempt. So if we like make it more than an attempt, then basically you see a try attempt layer, and which makes the user like again try the question until he can do it right, maybe for 4 times because we have selected it to 4. Now the feedback that we were talking about, like, here the feedback that you see. So the feedback can be like, made in classic format, and you can see like we can have the layers in different kind of design. I mean, this is called the classic design. So you can select whatever you want. So like each one of this, you can go ahead and select like the feedback to be in the classic mode as well. Well, so far so good. We'll just go ahead and save this project, Control S, and like we'll just like kind of preview. And while we are previewing, we will be previewing this specific slide and not the whole scene. So let me see how it works out. So let's look at what happens. So here Kohli is the captain of Indian cricket team, true, false. So say it's true. So the submit is basically a tick button out here. So once I click that, you can see that's right, you have selected the correct response. Simply close preview and you can come back. So this is one of the types, like this is like how you would be building in true false type of questions. The point here to understand is like, the correct, incorrect and try again is built in whenever you put in this graded type of questions. Now all this type of responses that you get, like you can later on put in a result slide. So like you can put in a result slide later on, and like that can capture everything that you are like getting from the user. So we will be looking at how like the result slide captures the responses from all this different type of graded questions. So this is the first type of graded question. This is the true false type of question. Next, we'll look at the multiple choice type of question. Hopefully you have understood all of this, and shortly we'll look at the other segment. Thank you.